Hello, everyone. Welcome to a very long awaited, I don't know if it's awaited, but a very long postponed tea time with Tia. It is literally the day after Christmas. I hope you had a fantastic holiday. Santa got you everything that you wanted. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, I hope you have just had a very happy holiday season. We are almost at the new year and things seem to be just as crazy as ever. So yeah, I haven't done a tea time with Tia in a really long time. And I decided to do one this time, something different than what I normally do, and I'll explain why. So just to kind of let everyone know, this video will be a kind of throwback review of a very well-known movie, as well as a get ready with me. Full disclaimer, I'm not a makeup artist. I know this isn't a makeup channel. I'm not a professional or anything. This is not our usual thing, but I'm very fortunate to have a very fantastic mother who loves to, just really kind of tap into what I like during the holidays. And she got me a lot of stuff this year that is very Nightmare Before Christmas themed. I mean, look at this. Like, are you kidding? And there's actual tea in this. If you know any of my tea times with Tia, they like, even though it's tea time with Tia because it's catchy and I do like tea, but most of the time in my mug is coffee. So the fact that there's actual tea in here is kind of a Christmas miracle. I know that was a bad pun, but yeah. So this year's Christmas for my mom with gifts was very Nightmare Before Christmas themed, and I am not complaining whatsoever. And I was like, why not do a little bit of a mixture of a video? Let's talk about Nightmare Before Christmas, its legacy, the movie, as well as kind of showcase, I guess, what I got for Christmas. I guess that's a little bit of a selfish thing, but first of all, I have to say, this is not sponsored, this video. It's not sponsored by any of the name brands that I'm going to say right now. It's just, anyway, whatever. So this, look how cute this is. This is the Nightmare Before Christmas eyeshadow palette by Colourpop, and I absolutely love it. You can't see any of that because I'm, again, not a professional, so you can't see anything really, but for anyone who likes to wear eyeshadow and loves Nightmare Before Christmas, I mean, the pressed powder palette like shadows all have like names related to the movie. You have Zero, Meant to Be, Dear Friend, In My Bones, just like Pumpkin King. It's so cool. I was like, I love this whole theme this year. So yeah. This is really awkward again because I'm not a makeup artist, and I know like if you're a fan of Geek Fascination, you probably are like, why is she doing a makeup tutorial? It's not a makeup tutorial. I'm just literally going to be doing my makeup while talking about Nightmare Before Christmas. But I just have to show you, this is so cool. Like it's definitely still available on Colourpop. It's in association with Disney. I know you can't see that, but go get it. If you're a fan of Nightmare Before Christmas, definitely go get it. Just because Christmas is over doesn't mean that you can't treat yourself. I'm sure that plenty like me, my aunt got me a gift card to Ulta. So go to Ulta or go online to Colourpop and go get yourself this palette with some Christmas money. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at that. I love it. I love it. So anyway, yeah, again, I'm not a makeup artist or anything like that. This is probably going to be super rough. I don't have great lighting or anything. So mostly it's just me getting ready with this palette, talking about Nightmare Before Christmas. Okay, let's do this. Anyway, this is going to be super strange. I don't know how any of these makeup artists actually do this because I'm like, already kind of freaking out about the idea of having to multitask and also showing my weird faces when I do makeup while on camera for Geek Vibes Nation. But again, I haven't done a tea time with tea in a really long time, so let's just wing it. I was talking to my dad the other day because we were talking, hang on, sorry. This is better. Okay. I was talking to my dad I just thought about how it's probably not the best audio wise. We're learning here. So I was talking to my dad the other day about A Nightmare Before Christmas, like even before Christmas came out, and I got my presents from my mom and, noticed how themed it was, which again, I love. But we were mentioning how this freaking movie came out in 1993. I was born in 1990, so I was literally 3 years old when this like honest Tim Burton classic came out. And that's really strange to think that this movie's almost like 30 years old. Because me myself, I don't feel 31 years old. So it's very, very strange to me. But anyway, my love for Nightmare Before Christmas came early because in the apartment building that we lived in, right? One of our upstairs neighbors, this woman, I called her my Aunt Lil, even though she wasn't related to me, but she had been friends with my grandma when they were younger. I mean, I think everyone has those people in their life that you call them aunt or uncle, and they have no blood relation to you at all. And that was Aunt Lil. And so Aunt Lil used to watch me when my mom wasn't able to, like when she was at work and everything. And what you calls it, like my Aunt Lil had a son who didn't live with her, but had, say, all of his VHS tapes there still. Remember VHS tapes? Calls it. And so I would always watch the VHS tapes, and one of the tapes was A Nightmare Before Christmas. And I loved watching A Nightmare Before Christmas. I watched it virtually anytime that Aunt Lil watched me. If you can hear the sirens, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. But yeah, so I I watched it all the time. I was actually super, super sad when her son actually came and picked up all his VHS tapes. I think I probably said something along the lines like, but he left Nightmare Before Christmas, right? And I was like, no, Tia, he did not leave Nightmare Before Christmas. Devastated. And so obviously when I was like a teenager, I got it back on, I think I have it on VHS back home at my parents', but I definitely know I have it on DVD, and I also have it on digital because that's the type of weirdo I am. I think I have it on digital because, and I'm going to call her out a little, but my top 10 and also my coffee break partner, Brittany, had never seen A Nightmare Before Christmas up until a few years ago. And I was like, you have to see it. But I didn't feel like breaking out my DVDs. So I literally bought it on digital so that I could cast it to the screen and we can just watch it there. So anyway, she loved it. Spoiler alert. Anyway, so when I was in high school, when Hot Topic was a thing and Hot Topic was still badass and not like lame like it is today. And I'm sorry, as someone who is like all into like the punk scene and everything, I'm saying right now with my whole heart that Hot Topic's lame right now. The fact that you can go into a Hot Topic, well, first of all, the fact that Hot Topic went out of business in the mall near me should say something. But even before that, the fact that I like went into a Hot Topic and it was well lit was already a bad sign to me, because when I used to go back to Hot Topic, that shit was never well lit. The whole point was to be like, goth and shit. Anyway, when I was like, junior, senior in high school, freshman in college, I feel like Nightmare Before Christmas got like super popular again. like all the people who I was friends with were wearing their merch, was wearing, backpacks, book bags, getting tattoos. And it's like, I think it's because we all grew up with Nightmare Before Christmas. And now that we were old enough where we were making our own money, making our own decisions, and we didn't have to rely on our parents anymore to be like, what is this? Why am I going to get you these things? We could actually buy this stuff ourselves. You can get your own tattoos. I don't know how it is in other states, but in New York, you have to be 21 to get a tattoo. So I just think it was all like people my age bracket who were like, oh, I can dress however I want. Like I remember at some point growing up where it was like, oh, you're going to have to start dressing professional. And you started doing that. And then you're like, wait, I'm making my own money. I can just buy whatever I want and kind of become the kid that I wanted to be in the first place. So anyway, as I said, again, the movie's like nearly 3 decades old. So it's like, oh, what are we reviewing it for? But I am sure, just like our dear friend Brittany, there are lots of people who have never seen Nightmare Before Christmas before, and honestly, it's sad. It's a type of movie that, first of all, to me is so cool because you can literally watch it like for 2 holidays, both Halloween and Christmas are perfect holidays because, all right, like I'm not even gonna say spoiler alert because again the movie is like so old, but anyway, how does that look right? Wait, I don't want to do my stupid faces when I do this. um so anyway, like I want to say that Nightmare Before Christmas is probably one of Tim Burton's like most famous movies of all time still to this day, and it's one of those movies, and I think I can agree with like if most people would agree with me that I hope like they never ever try to remake it because there's absolutely zero way they'll ever be able to replicate it properly. um we just know how Hollywood likes to mess up classics, and if they messed up this classic, I would be really upset. But anyway, it's a claymation movie about Jack Skellington, and he is exactly what his name suggests. He is a skeleton. He is the Pumpkin King, the ruler of a fictional town called Halloween Town, and literally their whole entire vibe is to just prepare for Halloween all year round. And then Halloween comes and they're super happy and they're like, "Ooh, it was a success." And can I tell you, like, the songs are amazing. I mean, it starts off so like eerie and creepy with an awesome song. But the thing is, Jack, while the rest of the town is like super pumped always for Halloween 24/7, Jack is getting, this is Jack, by the way, in case you don't know. Jack gets super tired of constantly being like the ruler of Halloween, doing the same exact thing time after time. It's never disclosed how long, like how old Jack is. Like Jack says he's dead, so it's like you assume he's a person at some point. And there's these like conspiracy theories that I don't know if they've ever been confirmed. Please correct me if I'm wrong. That like Jack is the dead version of the character from Corpse Bride, but I'm pretty sure that's just something that fans made up. But again, tell me if I'm wrong. So it's like, was he always a skeleton? Was he a human? And now he's a skeleton. And, how long was he the ruler of Halloween Town? How long has he been doing this, right? Because if it's been thousands of years, he's going to be tired and bored of it, which you would as well. If I'm shouting, I'm sorry. My bad. So he gets really tired of this. He wants something different out of his life, but he honestly doesn't know what, because all he's ever known, as far as we know, is Halloween Town. And he doesn't know of anything else out there. So to him, he's just like super depressed. On top of that, you can tell that he likes this person in Halloween Town and vice versa, named Sally. Sally is literally a rag doll who is put together and created for the entertainment of an old creepy scientist, which when you look back at thinking about it, you're like, ew. But anyway, Sally clearly likes Jack. They're friends. And Sally is very sad that Jack feels so bored because, like Jack, she is also yearning to get out of her situation because she's literally like kept essentially in a tower by this mad scientist without really ever being allowed to have any life of her own. So she can relate to Jack, even though he kind of doesn't notice at first. So Jack one day while walking his dog Zero, which is so amazing because Zero is literally a ghost dog, which is kind of sad when you think about it. But at least in the afterlife, Zero has a fantastic owner in Jack. And so one day while they're walking, Jack stumbles upon Christmas Town, which, as you can guess, that's the thing in Nightmare Before Christmas. They're not very subtle. Jack stumbles upon Christmas Town and he is just enamored in this new holiday that he didn't even know existed or anything like that. And it's super fun. They have, again, these amazing musical numbers, which I absolutely adore. And I just love how like jovial Jack is in this whole discovery, because it kind of like, it kind of captures what Christmas like should be about, like spending time with family and everything. Well, okay, let me not say it, because in it Jack sees like the lights and this and that, right? And he views Christmas from a very like, we would say, materialistic standpoint, but like the Christmas cheer and joy that he gets out of it is there. And by the end of the movie, spoiler, whatever, like you realize that the true meaning of Christmas, essentially, it's a bit of a movie where it's like the true meaning of Christmas, because Jack is constantly trying to like figure out what makes Christmas Christmas. Like he's trying at like such a scientific point. He's like literally crushing like ornaments to break it down chemically to see like if there's something in them that makes people that way. And it's like he learns at the very end it's not that at all. So I like it from both, again, a Halloween standpoint and a Christmas standpoint. So it's very cute. Jack goes back to Halloween Town and tries to explain all this to the people of Halloween Town. None of them are understanding it because they've only known one thing their whole life and they don't have the desire to spread out like Jack does. But because Jack is so beloved by everyone in town, they go with it anyway and try to give Jack what he wants, even though at the end it's all a disaster. While this is all happening, Sally keeps trying to escape the evil scientist dude. She becomes successful but unsuccessful at the same time. She's also concerned with how Jack is behaving because he's being very erratic, and she doesn't think that he is thinking things through. And on top of all this, he is eliciting the help of these children who work for a character called Oogie Boogie, who is like the real bad guy of the movie. And Jack essentially hires these three kids who are just like the worst. He hires these three children to kidnap the real Santa Claus. In Jack's mind, not to do anything like facetious against him, but just so that Santa is out of the way so Jack can take over that one year and deliver Christmas spirit to everyone, along with gifts, which, ask anyone who's into A Nightmare Before Christmas, the gifts look rad as hell, but they are obviously very like spooky, because again, the Halloween people only know how to do like spooky and creepy and ghoulish sort of gifts. So it ends up massively backfiring, and poor Jack is like so upset by the whole thing and realizing his whole dreams are like pretty much shattered in pieces and he's always doomed to be the Pumpkin King. But then he kind of like realizes last minute that being the Pumpkin King is awesome and that he's like amazing at it. And during this whole time, the children, which shouldn't be surprising, the children completely mess everything up, and they end up delivering Santa to Oogie Boogie, who essentially wants to like kill him. Sally, who is the only person with any sort of reason in her head in the town, goes in search for Santa to save him because, again, she's a nice person. And she ends up getting captured by Oogie Boogie. And it's like both of them seem like they're going to die at some point. Sorry. I've never done this before. So it seems like they're going to die, and it's like super like, oh my god, it's one of the best moments in the movie and everything. Like the songs, how Jack arrives to save them and everything. He's like, how dare you be so mean to my friends and everything. Oh my god. So then it's all at the end, like cool, Oogie Boogie is defeated and Jack saves the day, and Jack learns a valuable lesson, essentially to stay in his lane. No, he learns a lesson to just kind of like see the beauty in what he has, as opposed to like trying to always like the grass isn't always greener on the other side, I guess, or something. But it's super nice because even though Santa was kidnapped and almost killed, and he's clearly a little miffed about things, he still like kind of likes Jack, I think, and he definitely likes Sally. So he brings like snow to Halloween Town so that everyone can finally like realize what Jack was experiencing this whole time. It's so cool. It's just there's so much to this movie that like I truly enjoy and absolutely love. Um I know that was really long-winded. Again, I've never, oh my god, everyone keeps, I always get constant emails whenever I'm like recording and it slows up my computer, so I'm sorry about that. I know I seem like super long-winded in this, but it's like I'm just being very honest. I've never done like my makeup on camera before like this. So, and again, whatever. But this palette is really, really cool. Again, for anyone who wears makeup, you know, Nightmare Before Christmas. The colors are insanely pigmented. I am not needing to use a whole lot at all. I want to use kind of every color in this freaking palette, but I'm not going to. I know you can't see it. I'm going to get my phone light and see if I can shine it so that you can see. I'm not done yet, but which I guess I should have paced out my telling a little bit more, but you've probably all seen it anyway, so hang on. I don't know if that makes any better. It's so pretty. Yeah, anyway. That was a fail. I don't know. I really enjoyed like Nightmare Before Christmas. Just pretty much my whole entire life. So much so, like again, Brittany can tell you, but so much so that when like Brittany told me that she had never seen A Nightmare Before Christmas, I was like, we need to correct this right now. There's no way that I'm letting you pretty much exist further without seeing this movie. I'm sorry. I fucking love this movie so much. I think it's so enjoyable. I watched it for Halloween. I watch it for Christmas because it's literally like it's a not a triple threat. Sorry, it's a double threat. Or you can watch it any time of the year, in which case then it does become a triple threat because then it's, you know, just an overall watchable film. I think it's honestly my favorite out of Tim Burton's movies. Like I really enjoy Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice has to be a close second. To be honest, everyone really loves Corpse Bride, and I think I liked it the first time I saw it, but I really just didn't see a whole lot of like rewatchability in it for me. I was like, okay. To me, A Corpse Bride, and I know this is going to sound like not controversial because it's a movie opinion, but you know, movie opinions I guess can be like super controversial now these days. But what you calls it, like I think that Tim Burton was just trying to recapture what he had with A Nightmare Before Christmas when he did Corpse Bride, and for me it just fell short. I know people enjoy it and I am not going to take any of that away from them. If you enjoy Corpse Bride, enjoy A Corpse Bride, because I definitely understand why you enjoy it. It just wasn't a favorite for me when it comes to Tim Burton movies. I still consider Tim Burton one of like the best directors of all time, even though there have been a lot of movies that say I haven't necessarily enjoyed from him. Like Sweeney Todd being one of them, which again is like another movie that is kind of like a cult classic. Just it's just not my vibe. But I feel like I ended up looking like I gave myself a black eye with that fallout. So this is what I'm saying. I'm not a professional like makeup artist. Like makeup artist, how do you avoid all this crazy crap going on your face? Anyway, ah, now it's getting all on my pants. I'm really, really sucking at this. Like clearly. But whatchamacalls it? Yeah, I don't know. I definitely want to hear what you guys have to say about Nightmare Before Christmas. Do you watch it for Halloween? Do you watch it for Christmas, or do you watch it during both? Because honestly, you can do that too. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it at all. It's an amazing film. And it has some of the best freaking music ever. Like, oh my God. The first song when like you're being introduced to Jack and this whole world and everything is so freaking good. It's so catchy. I love listening not only to the soundtrack, but I love listening to like the remakes by other like artists. It's just so good. It's so good. I love everything about it. Sorry. I'm just trying to pick out colors so that I can try to look semi like I know what I'm doing. Feel bad for like all our regulars with Geek Vibes Nation. They're probably like, Tia, what are you doing? Why'd you put out a makeup video? It's not a makeup video, I swear. I wanted to just talk about Nightmare Before Christmas and kind of showcase this awesome palette and just talk about an awesome movie. Let me know. No one's planned to like redo it, right? Because I feel like it would suck. Like, sorry, there's no way that I would accept like, and that's the thing that when you work in the industry that we as Geek Vibes Nation work in, like you report a lot, and so you know a lot that like maybe like the everyday public, like moviegoer, wouldn't know. And when you know that they're like Hollywood is planning on redoing something, like you hear a rumor, it gets me bummed out. Like honestly, I'm gonna be 100%. I sometimes hate reporting on stuff like that because I want to say in my report like there's no need for this. Why are we redoing, movies and shit that absolutely don't need to be redone at all? And I'm supposed to pretend like I'm happy that a classic movie is being redone. And it's like, I'm not. I'm just not. I'm not like excited when things like that happen. I'm not saying that there's been rumors that Nightmare Before Christmas is going to be redone. I haven't heard anything about that. Well, I think I just contradicted myself because I could have sworn, or I just think that I'm lying to myself and saying that that's going to happen because, again, Hollywood just wants to redo everything. So I'm just like going on the assumption that they're going to do it at some point, which I really hope that they don't. Because again, I just don't know how. I got makeup on my hand. I just don't know how you redo something like that. And I'd love to know who's discovering this movie every day. Because now I also believe it's on Disney. That's right. It's on Disney Plus because it's a Disney property. So you could watch it a variety of ways. I want to know who has a VHS copy because I know for sure I definitely have a VHS copy, not on me, but in my parents' house with all my other VHS collection, because I actually still have like a massive VHS collection, and believe it or not, I still have a VHS player. So yeah. As you guys can tell, this is my first rodeo with doing something like this. A very strange tea time with Tia, but I'm kind of liking it. I guess I can see what all these like makeup artists, what's the hoopla about it? All these MUAs. I mean, it's still a little funky. It's still a little strange because I don't know like how our audience is going to react to it, but just think of it as a review. I'm just reviewing a classic movie. I wonder what a sequel to it would be like. Because I know there was all those rumors about Beetlejuice 2. Let's look it up since we're here and I'm taking a million years finishing my makeup. Ooh, I like that. It has such a great, like, it has such a great soundtrack. Danny Elfman can really do no wrong, I feel like. Possible sequel, sorry. Okay, so this is according to Wikipedia. So take it a grain with salt, obviously. In 2001, Disney began to consider producing a sequel, but rather than using stop motion, Disney wanted to use computer animation. Burton convinced Disney to drop the idea, quote, I was always very protective of The Nightmare Before Christmas, not to do sequels or things of that kind, Burton explained. You know, Jack Visits Thanksgiving World or other kinds of things just because I felt the movie had a purity to it and the people that like it because it's a mass market kind of thing. It was very important to keep the purity of it. The 2004 video game Nightmare Before Christmas Oogie's Revenge, I didn't know that that even existed, did serve as a sequel to the film, with Capcom's crew of developers going after Burton for advice and having the collaboration of the film's art director, Deanne Taylor. In 2009, Selleck said he would do a film sequel if he and Burton could create a good story for it. All right, I got two more updates here on it, right? In February 2019, it was reported that a new Nightmare Before Christmas film was in the works, with Disney considering either a stop motion sequel or live action remake. I don't know if I'd like a live action. In 2019, Chris Sarandon expressed interest on reprising his role as Jack Skellington if a sequel film ever materializes. On February 22nd, 2021, it was announced by Disney Publishing that a sequel was being given to the 1993 film in the form of a young adult novel. It will be written by Shay Earnshaw and features Sally as the main character and be told through her point of view, with events taking place after film. Ooh, I would like that. Disney Publishing, reach out. I'd love that. See, I don't know why I'd like a book sequel. I'm not adverse to continuing the story because I think that the world is so rich that you could explore more. I'm just concerned with anything that comes in the form of like a reboot or a live action sequel, because I just feel like it just wouldn't be successful and it would kind of taint what the movie's all about. As Tim Burton says, there's essentially like a purity with it. But if you do a book, like, I feel as if you'd be able to describe the world better and people can use their imaginations more so than anything else. I'd like that a lot, especially if the story is being told through Sally, because Sally's such a great character. Like, again, there's so much represented in her. She's just trying to escape the clutches of her evil captor. She is caring for Jack. She is incredibly like empathetic. You know, she doesn't even know Santa Claus, but she knows that what's being done to him isn't right. She's smart enough to kind of have a realization of the outside world, even though she was created by the scientists and her only world is, you know, whatever Halloween Town is. But besides that, she still kind of has this realization that, you know, there is an outside world that they are catering to, and that, you know, kidnapping someone just isn't right. And that Halloween serves a certain purpose, but it can't always be, even though, like, for us who love Halloween, we're like, oh, we can have this holiday all year round. But at the same time, it's like, whatchamacallit, so at the same time, she realizes that Santa does serve a purpose as well, and that it's wrong for the children of the world to be neglected from Santa. I think I kind of said all that right. I hope so. I hope I said all of it right. Oh my God, I'm doing my weird faces. Hey, any person who does makeup, you know the weird faces. You know the weird faces we do. And again, I don't have the greatest of lights. I could have done this in my living room, but that would have meant lugging everything into the living room. And I didn't feel like doing that while doing my makeup. So, this is a very special tea time with Tia. I hope all our regulars enjoy this. If you're here watching, I guess GVN does makeup now. Again, I just wanted to showcase like this awesome collection. Well, not collection, I'm sorry. This like all my awesome Nightmare Before Christmas stuff. And I have another thing. It's coming up. Oh, yes, it's coming up. Just you wait. Just you wait. Anyway, what did everyone do for Christmas? Make sure you let me know. All that good stuff. So, interesting, right? Because I feel like this is kind of awkward. But what I felt was more awkward than what I'm doing now is I tried on my private YouTube channel, which only has like 30 subscribers. I mention that because like I don't even think I was doing anything with it. It's just a YouTube channel that I have, like, when you create a Gmail, that's like your Google account. So I tried to do like a mukbang thing. And I don't know how people do it because I felt so awkward eating on camera. I tried for a few videos and I was like, and then there was a part of me almost that was like, I wonder if I can like collide GVN with mukbang. And I was like, no, Tia, that's way too weird. Like, I think like that would have been even, I don't know. I'm saying it as if like, I don't know if this is going to get bad reception or not. It's my tea time and I'm just trying to be honest with everyone. By the way, not Nightmare Before Christmas related, but we did just do our Marvel Cinematic Review for the finale of Hawkeye. Please make sure that you're checking that out. I'll link that down below. But again, Nightmare Before Christmas. All right, I'm almost done, I swear. Almost done. Imagine if that was just it. Okay, this is what I wanted to point out. Who is this by? Oh god, I can't see this freaking. Oh my god, I don't know what brand this is. Ma, if you are watching, what brand is this? Anyway, it's a Nightmare Before Christmas. I see all the makeup people doing this as if this actually helps. This is a Nightmare Before Christmas lipstick. I love it. And it's nice and red, which I never usually wear, and I'm sure you can't see. No, not at all, because again, my webcam sucks, but there are skulls on it. So I love that. So I wanted to showcase this, and I figured, let's do it. Let's do the whole shebang. If we're going to do makeup on GVN, we're going to do makeup. I think I messed that up. I messed it up a little. I'm going to go fix it. Yeah, so I'm back. I fixed my lipstick to the best of my ability. Again, because my lighting sucks here, I'm going to take a second and shine light on me so at least you can see that. That's really bright. What are we doing? Wait, I don't know why I'm silent. I'm sorry. This is super awkward for everyone. There you go. There you go. Oh look, it's the Doctor Strange. Um it's the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness poster. Oh my god, this is such a disaster, this video. Anyway, yeah, again, so these are the anyway, these are the products that I used. Again, Colourpop. I believe this is Colourpop. If I'll get confirmation and put that down below, but this is definitely Colourpop. I just wanted to do festiveness, Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm sorry if this video is super awkward and everything, not at all what you come to Geek Vibes Nation for, but again, I wanted to try something different for this tea time with Tia. Again, it's been a really long time since I've done one of these tea times, and I wanted to kind of do something just different than the norm. And it kind of was fun putting on makeup. I don't think I'll be doing this on the regular because I felt really awkward. Again, the lighting isn't the best, so it's not like you're really going to get anything of value out of it. But let me know what you think about A Nightmare Before Christmas. If there was an actual movie sequel, is that something that you would be up for? And what do you think about, we just saw an update, what do you think about a book sequel from Sally's perspective? Because I honestly love that idea and I can't wait. And I'm definitely going to read it. So Disney Publishing, if you need someone to review, let me know. But in the meantime, please make sure that you like and subscribe. You check out all of our other content. Brittany and I do a coffee break probably like once a month where we just kind of like shoot the shit. I'm hoping to bring back the top 10 at some point. If not, we do plenty of awesome reviews. I will still promote my interviews with the cast of Narcos Mexico season 3 because that was amazing. I also interviewed a few people for Steven Spielberg's West Side Story, as well as fellow YouTuber June the King, who makes really awesome documentaries about other YouTubers and their fall from grace. So please make sure you check that out as well. Again, as along with the MCR Marvel Cinematic Review. We have our review of Spider-Man No Way Home. We just have a lot, so please make sure that you check it out. Until next time, everyone, again, happy holidays, happy new year, and I will see you guys later. Bye.